The saga of the German battleship Bismarck is a dramatic and pivotal chapter in the naval history of World War II. Launched on February 14, 1939, and commissioned into the German Navy on August 24, 1940, Bismarck was one of the largest and most powerful battleships of its time, designed with the latest technology and heavily armed with a main battery of 8 15-inch guns. Bismarck's maiden operation, codenamed Rheinübung, commenced in late May 1941. The ship, accompanied by the heavy cruiser Prinz Eugen, was tasked with breaking into the Atlantic Ocean to raid Allied shipping lanes, a mission that could disrupt the vital supply lines between the United States and Britain. The British Royal Navy, aware of the potential threat posed by Bismarck, mobilized a significant portion of its fleet to intercept and neutralize the German battleship. The operation began on May 18, 1941, when Bismarck and Prinz Eugen slipped from their anchorage in Gotenhafen, modern Gdynia, Poland, and headed towards the Denmark Strait, which separates Greenland from Iceland. The British, having cracked the German naval codes, were alerted to Bismarck's movements and dispatched battlecruisers HMS Hood and HMS Prince of Wales to intercept the German ships. The encounter, which took place on May 24, 1941, in the Denmark Strait, resulted in the Battle of the Denmark Strait, a brief yet intense engagement. Early in the battle, Bismarck scored a critical hit on HMS Hood, Britain's pride and one of the largest battlecruisers in the Royal Navy. The shell struck Hood's ammunition magazine, causing a catastrophic explosion that sank the ship within minutes, killing all but 3 of her crew of 1,418 men. Despite this devastating blow to the British, the battle was far from over. HMS Prince of Wales continued to engage Bismarck but sustained damage and was forced to disengage. Bismarck itself was not unscathed. It suffered hits that caused fuel leaks and flooding. Although Bismarck attempted to head to French-occupied Saint-Nazaire for repairs, the damage meant it left a trail of oil, a telltale sign that the British forces could track. What ensued was a dramatic chase across the North Atlantic. British forces, determined to avenge the loss of HMS Hood and eliminate the threat posed by Bismarck, dispatched forces from every available theater, including battleships, cruisers, and aircraft from the carrier HMS Ark Royal. On May 26, aircraft from Ark Royal launched a series of torpedo attacks that crippled Bismarck's steering capabilities, leaving it unable to maneuver. By the morning of May 27, 1941, Bismarck was surrounded by British forces, including the battleships HMS Rodney and HMS King George V. In a relentless assault that lasted several hours, Bismarck was pounded by heavy gunfire and torpedoes until it finally capsized and sank. Of Bismarck's crew of over 2,200 men, only 114 survived and were picked up by British warships. The sinking of Bismarck was a significant strategic victory for the Allies and a turning point in the naval war in the Atlantic. It not only marked the end of one of the most formidable battleships ever constructed but also demonstrated the relentless resolve of the Royal Navy and its commitment to controlling the seas, crucial for the overall Allied victory in World War II. The story of Bismarck, with its epic beginning and tragic demise, remains a powerful testament to the intensity and peril of naval warfare.
Speed of HMS Hood's destruction. The speed with which HMS Hood was destroyed during the Battle of the Denmark Strait is chilling. It took only a few minutes from the start of the engagement for Bismarck's shell to strike Hood's magazine, leading to a catastrophic explosion that sank the ship almost instantly. Bismarck's short service life. Despite its power and advanced design, Bismarck was in service for less than a year before it was sunk. It completed only one offensive operation before being relentlessly hunted down. Extensive pursuit. the extent and intensity of the pursuit of Bismarck by the Royal Navy were extraordinary. Ships were called in from various locations, including those escorting convoys and even from the United States, demonstrating the high stakes involved in neutralizing Bismarck's threat. Successful use of biplanes in combat, the critical role played by the relatively outdated swordfish biplanes from HMS Ark Royal, which successfully disabled Bismarck's steering gear with torpedoes, showcases an unusual clash of technology where older technology impacted a newer, more advanced battleship. Psychological and symbolic impact. The psychological impact and the symbolism of Bismarck's sinking were profound. The ship had become a symbol of Nazi Germany's naval power, and its loss was a significant blow to German morale and a boost for the Allies. Fatal design flaw exposed. The chase revealed a critical vulnerability in Bismarck's design. Its rudders could be crippled, rendering the ship almost inoperative. This flaw was exploited to great effect by the attacking British aircraft.